I want everyone to know today at 5:30 here, 1121 Bettisford Road, we will be handing out flyers. Anybody welcome to come and get them. We need them everywhere. We need all hands on deck. We need all boots on the ground. We need everyone help to find her.
Tonight, a man with a long history of violent criminal charges is back in jail, accused in the murder of a missing Charlotte mother. Thank you for joining us after college basketball. I'm Derek Dellinger in tonight for Brian. CMPD saying tonight that they've arrested the suspect in the killing of a woman who disappeared just 1 week ago.
I hope this dude burn in hell. Because he had no business doing what he did to my daughter.
Let me ask you something. How many times does a man have to assault women before we say, hey, maybe this guy shouldn't be walking around freely? Because Lorenza Inman Jr. was charged twice, 2021 and 2023, for violence against women. And the system said, probation's fine. Fast forward to December 2025. When police found Frezja Baker's car behind a church in Charlotte, she was in the passenger seat. Not the driver's seat, the passenger seat, with a jacket placed over her body, shot in the head. Now, this car had been sitting in that church parking lot since Sunday. Multiple neighbors saw it, day after day. And look, I've seen people camp out for Black Friday sales. I've seen folks sleep in line for concert tickets. But a week-long church parking lot reservation? Unless there was a really good potluck happening, somebody should have called this in on day 2. But nobody did, and Frezja sat there, dead, while her family was out searching for her. The man they arrested, Lorenza Inman Jr., had been seen driving her car the night she disappeared. Surveillance footage shows him assaulting her inside a gas station, then leaving with her, him behind the wheel. So the question is, why was he out there in the first place? Because Frezja Baker is dead now, and her 2-year-old son doesn't have a mother. Frezja Matisse Baker was 31 years old, a mother to a 2-year-old little boy who was absolutely her world. And from everything her family and friends said about her, she was the kind of person who showed up. She answered calls. She checked in. She was consistent, reliable, and loving. Her father talked about how she would literally give you the shirt off her back if you needed it. And as a mother, excellent. That's the word everyone used. Excellent mother. Everything she did with that baby in mind. So when Frezja went silent on December 4th, 2025, her family immediately knew something was wrong. This wasn't a maybe she's busy situation. This wasn't her phone dying or her needing space. Frezja going ghost? That didn't happen. December 4th started out normal enough. Frezja had a dentist appointment, dropped her son off with his grandparents, and then went about her day. She was seen at different spots around Charlotte throughout the afternoon and evening. But here's where things get dark. Around 10 p.m. that night, surveillance cameras at a mobile gas station on LaSalle Street in the Lincoln Heights neighborhood captured something that's gonna make your stomach turn. Frezja walks into that gas station, and she's not alone. She's with a man, Lorenza Inman Jr. And the cameras? They caught everything. You can see him put his hands on the back of her neck, pushing her, shoving her inside the store. He throws something that hits her in the back. This isn't like a little argument. This is assault. On camera, clear as day. And then they leave together. In Frezja's grey-blue 2004 Honda Accord. But here's the thing that's gonna make you sick. He's driving. He's behind the wheel of her car. That's the last time anyone sees Frezja Baker alive. Now, earlier that evening around 10:30 p.m., Frezja had called her brother. She told him she was about an hour away. She'd be there soon. But she never showed up. And here's what her family heard during that call, a male voice in the background. Her boyfriend, they said. They could hear him while she was on the phone. By the next morning, December 5th, Frezja's phone started going straight to voicemail. And that's when alarm bells started screaming, because Frezja always checked on her son. Always, without fail. When she didn't call, when she didn't answer, when hours turned into a full day with zero contact, her family knew something was very wrong. December 6th. Frezja is officially reported missing to Charlotte Mecklenburg police. Her father, Frezja Baker, wasn't about to sit around waiting for answers. He hit the streets immediately. He had one message for his daughter, and he said it out loud for anyone who would listen.
We gonna find you, babe. I'm not giving up. We gonna find you.
And the family, they pulled together. They got that surveillance footage from the gas station. The last place anyone saw Frezja. There she was on camera. There was her car. That Honda Accord with the temporary South Carolina license plate. They took that image and plastered it everywhere. Flyers went up all over Charlotte. On business windows, telephone poles, community boards. You couldn't walk 2 blocks without seeing Frezja's face. Friends and family formed search parties. They met up on Bettysford Road to organize their efforts. They divided up neighborhoods. They knocked on doors. They asked questions. They checked every street, every alley, every dead-end road where someone might try to hide a car. And the community showed up. People who didn't even know Frezja personally came out to help search, because this was one of their own. A mother, missing, with a baby at home who needed her. Her friend said something that really captures how wrong this all felt.
She just didn't respond. It's not like her to just not hear from her at all.
That silence was louder than any scream. Meanwhile, that 2-year-old baby was staying with family while all this was happening. And he knew something was off. He could feel it. When he saw his mother's picture on TV or on those flyers, he would point and say one word. Mommy. Just Mommy. And look, that's the kind of detail that just sits in your chest, you know? But we got to keep going because this story gets worse. Days started passing. December 5th, December 6th, December 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Each day, that phone stayed silent. Each day, the fear grew heavier. But the family refused to give up hope. They had to believe Frezja was alive somewhere. They had to believe she would come home. Now, while all this searching is happening, something else is going on that nobody knows about yet. Over on Sanders Avenue, right behind a church in the Washington Heights neighborhood, Frezja's grey-blue Honda Accord is just sitting there. And neighbors noticed it. Multiple people saw that car. One neighbor, Jerquitla Funderburg, lived right behind the church. She spotted it. Other neighbors saw it too. One person said they noticed the car as early as Sunday, just 3 days after Frezja disappeared. Another neighbor saw it on Tuesday. And here's the part that's gonna haunt you. One neighbor said they heard an angry male voice near that car. Heated, upset, but they didn't know what they were really hearing. How could they? It was just a car in a church parking lot. Except that car wasn't empty. Thursday morning, December 11th, 2025. Exactly 1 week since Frezja Baker disappeared. Charlotte Mecklenburg police finally made their way to that church parking lot on Sanders Avenue. And there it was, Frezja's Honda Accord. The car everyone had been desperately searching for. Officers approached the vehicle. They looked inside. And that's when this whole nightmare became real. Frezja Baker was dead. Inside her own car. In the passenger seat. Remember that detail. Not driving, passenger seat. With a jacket placed over her body. She'd been shot in the head. less than a mile from where she was last seen alive. Sitting there, for days, the police immediately surrounded the area with crime scene tape. Detectives started processing the scene. But for those neighbors who had been walking past that car all week, the ones who saw it Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the weight of that realization hit different. News started spreading through the community fast. Word got back to Frezja's family. The search was over, but not the way anyone wanted. Friday, December 12th. Police officially confirmed what the family already knew. The body was Frezja Baker, 31 years old, mother, daughter, gone. Her father, Frezja Baker, had to process what no parent should ever have to face. Just days earlier, he was out there searching, believing, hoping, promising his daughter he'd find her. Now he was trying to wrap his mind around the fact that she was gone.
I just hate that she's gone. I hate it.
And the pain in those words. You could feel it. But Frezja Baker also had some words for the person responsible.
I hope this dude burn in hell. Because he had no business doing what he did to my daughter.
Because some things don't need to be cleaned up. The community that had been rallying to find Frezja was now rallying to support her family. Neighbors who had never met the Bakers started reaching out. They wanted the family to know they weren't alone. But questions were everywhere. What happened to Frezja? Who did this? And why was her car just sitting there for days while everyone was looking for her? Police weren't just sitting around waiting for answers. Detectives moved fast once they found Frezja's body. They started piecing together her last known movements. That surveillance footage from December 4th became crucial. The gas station on LaSalle Street, the assault caught on camera, and the man in that footage, the one driving her car, Lorenza Inman Jr, 38 years old, from Maxton, North Carolina, about 100 miles southeast of Charlotte. He goes by Nuna on the streets, works as a tattoo artist. You know, someone people trust to put permanent marks on their body. But here's where it gets rich. His Facebook name? Can't be touched Nuna. I'm sorry, can't be touched? Sir. Let's talk about this for a second. Police started digging into Inman's background, and what they found painted a very clear picture. This wasn't some guy with a clean record who suddenly snapped. Oh no. Lorenza Inman had a history, a violent history, especially when it came to women. 2021, assault and witness intimidation. Think about that combination for a second. He assaults someone and tries to intimidate the witness. What does he get? Suspended sentence, probation, a little slap on the wrist. 2023, assault on a female, again. Plus, resisting arrest, because apparently we're just collecting charges at this point. And you want to know what this man's Facebook name is? Can't be touched Nuna. Can't be touched. Baby, the only thing that can't be touched here is your self-awareness, because the cops have been touching you every other year like clockwork. But here's the thing about that whole can't be touched energy. Prison has a way of correcting that mindset real quick. Especially when you're in there for hurting women. Because the one thing those guys inside don't play about. Men who prey on women, weak men who need to hurt someone smaller to feel big. And from what I hear, they're very hands-on about expressing that opinion. So, yeah. Mr. Can't Be Touched is about to learn that he is, in fact, very touchable. Now, here's where the evidence starts piling up. Remember that Crime Stoppers tip? Days before police found Frezja's body, someone called in saying she was already dead, shot in the head, left inside her car. Which means somebody knew. Somebody knew where she was while her family was desperately searching. Then detectives spoke with a witness. And this witness? They contacted Inman's probation officer. Yeah, he was on probation. And reported that Inman said an argument led to a gun going off, shooting Frezja in the head. The witness later told detectives that Inman admitted he killed someone. And get this, he described details about the crime scene that investigators said would only be known by someone with direct knowledge. Translation: he basically confessed to a witness, who then told police everything. Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department's Violent Criminal Apprehension Team got involved. These are the officers who go after the most dangerous suspects. They don't mess around. And they found Lorenza can't be touched Inman in Maxton, North Carolina. Neman was arrested and charged with murder, assault on a female, and misdemeanor crime of domestic violence. And when he appeared in court, his attorney had the audacity to argue that there's no video or fingerprint evidence directly tying Inman to Frezja's death, that the case relies heavily on witness statements and tips. The defense asked for bond, said Inman has children, works as a tattoo artist. The judge said, absolutely not, bond denied. Prosecutors highlighted Inman's extensive criminal record, prior convictions, multiple assault cases, violence. And Frezja's father was there. He spoke directly to that judge. This man don't need bond. He was already out on bond. He ran the streets, and now my daughter is dead. Exactly. So let's talk about what really happened here. Because Frezja Baker's death? This wasn't just a tragedy. This was a failure. Multiple failures, actually. Lorenza Inman showed you exactly who he was. Not once, twice. 2021, assault on witness intimidation. 2023, assault on a female. The pattern was right there, written in bold letters, highlighted, underlined, with a giant flashing neon sign that said, danger. And what did the system do? Probation, suspended sentences, a little time served here and there, then back out on the streets. Here's my question, and I need someone to answer this honestly. How many times does a man have to show you he's dangerous before you actually stop him? Because apparently 2 assault charges against women wasn't enough. Apparently witness intimidation wasn't a red flag. Apparently the multiple women who had to deal with his violence didn't matter enough. And now Frezja is dead. She's not here to watch her son grow up. She's not here to see him start school. She's not here for his first day of kindergarten, his first lost tooth, his first anything. That 2-year-old is going to grow up with pictures and stories about how amazing his mother was, how she would give you her last, how she was an excellent mother, how she loved him more than anything. But he won't have her. He won't have those everyday moments. No mother to pick him up when he falls. No mother to celebrate his birthdays. No mother to tell him everything's going to be okay when life gets hard. That's what we lost. That's what this cost. And it didn't have to happen. If the system had taken those assault charges seriously, if probation had actually meant something, if we stopped giving violent men chance after chance after chance while women pay the price. Frezja's father promised she would never be forgotten. The community promised to support her family. And now, we carry that forward. Here's what I need you to understand. Frezja Baker's story isn't unique. It's not some one-off tragedy that happened in a vacuum. This happens all the time. Women with violent partners, women trying to leave, women who think maybe he'll change, or the system will protect me, or someone will help. And then they're gone, and everyone's shocked. Everyone's asking, how did this happen? Like the warning signs, weren't there the whole time? So if you know someone in a situation like this, if you see the red flags, if you hear about the assaults, if someone confides in you that they're scared, do something. Call the police. Call domestic violence hotlines. Help them make a plan to leave safely. Don't wait until it's too late. Because Frezja's family waited for a week, hoping, searching, praying, and she was right there, behind that church, the whole time. We can't bring Frezja back. We can't give that little boy his mother. We can't undo the pain her father feels every single day. But we can honor her by doing better, by demanding accountability, by taking violence against women seriously, by not letting men like Lorenza Inman get chance after chance while women die. Frezja Baker was 31 years old. She was a mother. She was loved. She mattered. Her life had value. Her death means something. And if her story makes even one person pay attention to the warning signs, if it makes one person call for help, if it saves one life, then we've done right by her. Rest in peace, Frezja. Your baby will know how much you loved him. Your father will keep you in his prayers. And your story will continue to matter. This is TikTok Crimes, where we tell the stories that need to be told, where we don't look away from the hard truths, where we demand better for the women who deserve protection. If this story affected you, hit that subscribe button, share this video. And most importantly, if you or someone you know is in danger, reach out. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-7233. They're available every single hour of the day, because the next Frezja is out there right now. And maybe, just maybe, we can save her.